This video will go over how to solve this problem, which is number 55, located on page 353. You tutor Spanish for $15 an hour and French for $10 per hour. You want to earn at least $100 per week. So we have a lot of important information here that I'm underlining. And the first thing we need to do is write an inequality. Since you have two different variables with Spanish and French, with the two languages that you're tutoring, you need to pick one to represent X and one to represent Y. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. So I'm going to let X be Spanish tutoring hours, and I'm going to let Y be the French tutoring hours. It is very important that you define your variables in this case because your graph's going to look completely different if you would choose your variables the other way. So now that I have my variables defined, I know that I get $15 per hour for Spanish, and I don't know how many hours I'm going to do, so that's 15 times X plus, and I'm also going to tutor French, which would be $10 per hour, which is 10 times my number of hours, which is Y. And I want that to be at least $100. In other words, I want to make $100 or more. So I want this amount right here to be greater than or equal to $100. That is our inequality, and standard form works really well for this inequality. The next thing that it has us do is graph the inequality and then identify some possible combinations of hours that would meet your goal. So looking at our graph, since I defined my x-axis as the Spanish tutoring hours, I will need to label that. And my y-axis will then be my French tutoring hours. When I look at this inequality, I need to think about what numbers that I'm going to be dealing with, and it looks like if I just think about if this was 0, I could actually graph the x and y intercepts. So if I make the y 0, I know that this is not going to be too many hours to get to 100. So I'm going to just count by ones for my scale. And I'm going to do that for both. So the next thing that I can do is I can actually graph the intercepts. That might be the easiest way, or I could turn this into slope-intercept form and then graph the slope or intercept. I'm going to actually just graph the intercept since I was talking about that earlier. So if I put 0 in here for y, this would need to be, and we're going to pretend this is equal right now so the intercepts work well. So that's going to be whatever 100 divided by 15 is. So that's 6 2/3. So my one coordinate point that I will need to graph is 6 2/3 and then 0, where that I would do 6 2/3 hours for Spanish because that's my x variable, and then 0 hours of French. The next thing I'm going to do is put 0 in for x, and that one's going to be really easy because that's going to be 10 times 10 to give us 100. So that means that I would have 0 hours of Spanish and 10 hours of French. So that is right here. I do not have a straight edge to graph this, but I'm going to attempt my best line here, connecting these 2 points together. I know that this is going to be a solid line because it's the greater than or equal to, because I could earn $100 and that would be fine. Okay. Now I need to think about when is all of this going to be greater than? And that's going to be on this side, because these are the values that would be greater than. The values underneath would be less than. So anything in this area, and I would shade that area. Looking at possibilities that would work, it would be anything that is shaded here. So I'm going to choose this point right here as a possibility. So this would be 4, 6, and remember that 4 is 4 hours of Spanish and 6 hours of French. If I substitute that into my inequality, I would have 15 times 4, which is 60, and then I would have 10 times 6, which is 60, and 60 plus 60 is 120, which that is more than 100. So that would be a possibility. I could also tutor, if I wanted to, this possibility up here, which would be 0, 11, which would be 0 hours of Spanish, making that 0, and 11 hours of French, making that $110, and that's greater than or equal to 100. There are infinitely many possibilities, so you can just choose whatever ones you want to. Here's another one. This is 3, 8, and that 3 times 5, or 3 times 15 is 45, and then you have 10 times the 8 hours of French, which is 80. So you have 45 plus 80, and that's 125, and that would be greater than or equal to 100. So it's always good to test some possibilities that would work in your inequality. The last thing that they wanted to do was just for you to make a table and give the amounts that you're going to get. So you could use these amounts if you wanted to, or you can use different ones. So with this table, they're looking for your Spanish tutoring hours. They're looking for your French tutoring hours. And then your total money that you earned. So again, we could just put those amounts that we've already done in here with 4 hours and then 6. And if you recall, that's $120 that was earned. If you put 0 hours and 11 for French, that was $110 that was earned. And we can put the dollar symbol here so we don't have to label it there. And you could just continue making this table. That's really it for each of these parts of how to solve this problem.